Rituals and procedures for commencing retreat. Practiced instructions from Lama Thubten Yeshe, Pabonka Rinpoche, and Jumba Trinley Tenzin Gyatso. To do this practice in full, it is required to receive the highest Yoga Tantra empowerment of Haruka or any other deity of the highest Yoga Tantra class. However, one may do this practice without such an empowerment. In such a case, the practitioner would skip the self-generation as indicated on page 13. Ritual for commencing the retreat. Usually a Tibetan Geshe or Sangha member is requested to perform the ritual for commencing the retreat. If this is not possible, you can perform the ritual yourself as described below. All ritual items referred to may not be available. In that case, make creative substitutions as necessary. Even pictures of things like dorjes and bells are sufficient. The main activities include blessing the inner offering, blessing the action vase, blessing the outer offerings, offering the Gektor, Torma for the interferers, to pacify interferences, consecrating the retreat place, establishing the boundaries for your retreat, consecrating the seat, and consecrating the practitioner. For beginners, if this ritual seems overwhelming, a simplified version can be found on page 26. To begin retreat, the altar should be set up as described above with an additional set of offering bowls. In addition, you will need a Gektor offering plate consisting of 3 small tormas. Stacks of biscuits, cookies, etc. are fine, with tea light, candle, or butter lamp placed in front of each torma, and 3 pieces of dough or bread that have been squeezed in the palm of one's hand with the thumb pressing down to leave an impression of all one's fingers in the dough, placed in the back of the plate behind the tormas. The plate should be clean and uncracked. The Gektor can be placed on the altar below the other tormas or off to the side. On a small table in front of you should be placed from your left to right a small container with your inner offering, a small bowl of rice and a small bowl of mustard seeds, dorje, bell, damaru, action vase, the one with the spout, and mala. The bompa with the vase is belly, long neck, and spout. In addition, you will need a small dorje with 5-colored string attached to it. Photos and video to follow. So you'll need very squishy white bread, a cutting board, a knife, a little bit of water, and a tiny dish that is nice and clean. You'll also need 3 candles and a lighter for later. And optional is butter for ornaments. Hi folks, so I'm going to show you how to make the easiest possible Gektor using just white bread and a little bit of water. So here we go. You've got your very squishy, very white bread with lots of oil and preservatives. Grab a slice, cut it diagonally, cut off the crust. Okay, triangle, triangle. Now you take a little bit of water, maybe tap one little corner, roll it, squish it together. Squish it together like that, and then squish it down so it stays put. Do it 2 more times. Squish, squish. Try and maintain a little tip because we're trying to keep that torma-ish shape. Sometimes it helps to do a tiniest bit of water on the bottom to make it stick. Go ahead and get another slice of bread. Cut off the crust. Make a nice triangle. Moisten a tip. Bring it around. Squish. Squish. Tiny bit on the bottom to stick it. Squish. And then you've got 3. That guy's not so beautiful, so I'm gonna just tuck it like that. Okay, so you've got these bits of crust. And these will go for the behind squish things that you have to show your finger imprints. So grab a couple, see if they can squish without any water. Sometimes it's moist enough. Use your thumb to push there, push there. And what you want is an indentation that has all of the fingers. Those go behind. See, here's the back, put them behind. So grab another couple, squish, squish, making sure that there's an indentation of all your fingers. Yeah, not too bad. Going behind. And the last one. This one's a little dry, might need a tiny bit of water. Not too much or it'll get gross. Push the sides in, get those indentations like that. So then in the back, you wind up getting something like that. Oop, there's a jumper like that. And they can just, stack up behind, that's just fine. And then in the front, you want to have your candles. 1, 2, 3 candles. They don't have to be beeswax ones like I have. They can be regular tea lights, they can be birthday candles, no worries. Now, if you're feeling really ambitious, you can add the little butter ornaments that are traditional. This is still quite easy. So I've started 2, and then you just pop it on the front like that, and a little drop one on the top like that. So they wind up looking like that. 3 circles, 3 drops. So if you want to make these, what you do is you just take some regular butter that's a little bit softened already, and you can use a knife or you can use your hands as long as they're clean. Just take a little sliver, maybe even less than that. And you see it's quite soft, and you just squish it into a circle. Yeah. And the thinner the better. Mine are really thick and quickly made. You can make yours more beautiful. But basically when you get a nice little circle going, like that, pop it in the fridge and let it chill for a minute, and then you can make it perfect. So there's the circle. And then for the drop, I just take a tiny little bit, squish down the bottom, form a little tip, just like that. And again, pop it in the fridge and you can make it more beautiful.